Hi, Stephen Mirassou here, coming to you with Wine of the Week for week number 3. There are very few vintages in any winemaker's career, obviously, that can be called the best vintage. And the Livermore Valley has long struggled, I think, to assert its world-class quality in a way that's convincing to anybody outside of the valley. 2017 was one of those vintages, though, that put an absolute exclamation point on how great Livermore actually can be and is, and absolutely centered it right in the middle of the argument story about whether it is a truly world-class place to grow Bordeaux varieties. 17 was one of those years that was really damaging for parts of Napa and parts of Sonoma. The Paradise fires were going on, and that's part of our story for quality in 2017. A lot of smoke came down south from Sonoma County and Napa County and created smog basically in Livermore, which limited the amount of UV radiation we got at any given point in the day and extended our growing season because of that. So that by the time things got ripe, especially from Ghielmetti Vineyard, the premier vineyard in Livermore and really one of the great vineyards in California, all of the ripening arcs, pH levels, TA levels, sugar levels, skin texture, seed color, and texture all came kind of marching in at the same time. Usually, especially in warmer growing areas in California, sugar levels dance way out in front of everything else that signifies ripeness. So that you get really high sugar levels and consequently elevated alcohol levels before the other parts of the wine, the grape itself, is ripe. 17 was different because of the disasters that were occurring further north. We had a fair amount of fruit coming in 17 as well. So it was a plentiful vintage that in the 30 plus years that I've been making wine stands as the first best or in the top 3 best vintages that I've ever had the opportunity to make wine in. The 2 wines from Livermore that were ever given 100-point scores were wines that we made from Cabernet Sauvignon predominantly in 2017. The Premier Cabernet and Lineage both received 100-point scores from prominent wine writers in the vintage. And because it was a plentiful vintage, we had more barrels that we marked as the highest level of quality. So as we're proceeding through the vintage over the course of barrels aging, the winemaking team will go through and score these barrels over time. The scoring system is 2 pluses signifying the highest score or A plus or what have you. We had more barrels of Cabernet getting that highest demarcation of quality than we could actually fit into Lineage and the Premier. So the single vineyard series wines, which are the next tier that we work on, especially from Ghielmetti Vineyard, received the highest scoring barrels also. So for all intents and purposes, from my perspective, that wine, the Ghielmetti Vineyard from 2017, was as high a level of quality, had as high a level of quality as the Premier and Lineage. We have for only a week, starting here in the next 15 minutes or so, the ability to get magnums of 2017 Ghielmetti Vineyard Cabernet Sauvignon. We only have 23 magnums available, and that wine will be gone forever. We no longer have 750s available, and 2017 Lineage and Premier will be off of the availability rolls here very shortly as well. First come, first serve basis, 23 magnums available. One of the greatest wines we've ever made at Stephen Kent. One of the greatest wines ever seen in Livermore Valley. I hope you get an opportunity to get a bottle before it's gone, and hopefully you will enjoy it with the same spirit that we made it. Thanks very much.